A BBC report on Nicola Sturgeon's shelf life has exposed simmering tensions in the SNP, with one minister accusing MPs of stirring the pot and undermining independence. Justice Secretary Humza Yousaf said a couple of the party's MPs were trying to disrupt and doing the Yes movement no good whatsoever. The attack followed a BBC Radio 4 and online report titled "How Secure is Nicola Sturgeon's Position as SNP Leader?" by political correspondent Nick Eardley. The SNP are dominant in Scottish politics. But behind the scenes there are tensions on policy and personnel. And with a challenging few months ahead, some are discussing Nicola Sturgeon's future. https://t.go/tvbrumi1p. It quoted Western Isles SNP MP Angus MacNeil criticising Ms Sturgeon's lack of a strategy for overcoming Boris Johnson block on a legal second independence referendum. He said, "If it was me, I'd have a different strategy. I would have Nicola Sturgeon's strategy and I'd also have another strategy in parallel so that when something was to hit the brick wall, there was something else to go with it." Mr MacNeil has advocated a plan B on independence for some time, saying an SNP election win should be enough to trigger independence negotiations. The BBC report also quoted an unnamed SNP parliamentarian saying Ms Sturgeon would look stupid if there was no DIF 2 this year after she had talked it up so much. The First Minister has continued to claim DIF 2 is possible in late 2020, despite there being no tangible mechanism for achieving it. Other SNP sources said Ms Sturgeon might have to fall on her own sword this summer after the Alex Salmond trial. A Holyrood inquiry is also poised to investigate her role in a separate, bungled Scottish Government probe into Mr Salmond which cost taxpayers £500,000. In the BBC report, East Lothian SNP MP Kenny McCaskill said there was no challenge to Ms Sturgeon's leadership at the present moment, but you never say never in politics. He said, "We're comfortable with Nicola's leadership. We'll see what happens, but she still has a lot of fuel in the tank." Responding to the item on Twitter this morning, Mr Yousaf wrote, "An absolute load of baloney. Independence at 50%, in some polls even higher. We have just won another election and support for the SNP miles ahead of opposition. The couple of MPs stirring the pot and trying to disrupt are doing themselves and the independence cause no good whatsoever. An absolute load of baloney. Independence at 50%, in some polls even higher. We have just won another election and support for the SNP miles ahead of opposition. The couple of MPs stirring the pot and trying to disrupt are doing themselves and the independence cause no good whatsoever. https://t.co/bip2lel5zw." Glasgow South SNP MP Stuart MacDonald retweeted the comment. For more on this story, visit the news article link.